So here in the GNS3 we are going to do the same lab, Telnet lab, and in this one we are going to see Telnet is unsecure. So let me take one more router here. So now I have the router R1 and router R2. We can take switch or router anything, as just now we finished this lab in the switch. So what I will do, I will take the router. What I am going to take, I am going to configure one router as a Telnet, and from another router I am going to access that router. So what I can do, if I want to, like if we want to have the grid like this to look more attractive, we can use in GNS. And here this cable we can use to add the routers or switches. This is fast Ethernet 0x0. Here also I am taking fast Ethernet 0x0. So this is connected, and if you want to see the label, what label we have, we need to press this one. So we will have this label. So this interface is F0x0, and this interface is also F0x0. And here we need to assign the IP address. So I will write the IP address here. Let me take 192.168.1.1/24, and here also I will take 192.168.1.2/24. So now I have this two IP address for this two router. This interface we will have this IP, this interface we will have this IP. So what I will do, I will start this router by pressing this key. We will start the router, so all router will start. So if you see here, this is a green color, so all router is starting. After that you will press this one to get the console of the router. When we press, it will take some time, then it will open the console of the router. So we can press here, it will take some time to load the router, and then it will come. If you go here also, it will load some time, and then it will come. So now what I want to do, if I want to configure, first of all I need to configure the IP address to the interface. Same thing as we done in the packet tracer, the VLAN IP address, but here we need to assign the IP to this interface. So this is very easy, already we done some basic, but anyhow let me show you here how we can assign. As we know, if we want to do any configuration in the router or switch, we need to go in the global configuration mode. So what I will do, I will go in the configuration mode. How we can go in the configuration mode, we need to write config t, then we are in the configuration mode. Now what I can do, I can go to the interface. Which interface I need to go? I need to go to this interface, F0x0. If you have doubt, you can write, no problem, because this one we did not done before. Maybe you will face some issue, but anyhow I want to show you just how Telnet is working. In next class we are going to discuss basic mode of the router, and in that one we are going to discuss each and everything. But for this lab purpose I am writing this one. If you face any issue, let me know, I will explain. So now what we learn, if we want to configure anything, we need to go in the global configuration mode. By typing config t, we are inside the global configuration mode. Now I am in the global configuration mode. I need to assign the IP address, that is 192.168.1.1/24 to this interface. So what I will do, I need to go to the interface mode. I will write int, then F0x0. Why I am writing F0x0? Because here is F0x0. And after that I need to assign the IP address. Then I will write IP address. We need to write what is the address we have here, 192.168.1.1. then we need to write space, we need to write 255.255.255.0, then press enter. And by default all the router and switches of the Cisco ports are down, so we need to write no shut to make this port up. So this one we assign the IP address to the one switch, and if you see, we have the syslog saying that this interface go up. Before it is down, now it is up, because we wrote no shut. So our task for first router is done. Now we will go for the second router. I will go here in the second router. What I will do, I will go in the enable mode. Then I am already in the enable mode. I will go in the configuration mode. Now I want to assign the IP address. So what I can write, first of all I need to go to the interface. What is the interface? You can write in the command. What is the interface for the router R2? If we write interface, then we need to write what we need to write. We need to write F0x0. Yeah, F0x0, and we need to assign the IP address. How we will assign? We need to write IP address, then space. After that we need to write 192.168.1.2, because we decided 192.168.1.2. so I will write 1.2, then give space, and you need to write the subnet mask. What is a subnet mask for this IP? That is 255.255.255.0. Press enter. As we discussed, by default all the Cisco router and the switch ports are done, so we need to write no shut. Yes, you are correct, we need to write no shut. So this both router is having the IP address in this interface. So now if we want to check, we can go here and we can try to ping. I will ping 192.168.1.1. I am trying to ping from the router 1 to 2. If you see, we have 4 out of 5, 80%, because one packet is dropped for the ARP. As we discussed in our last class, ARP, address resolution protocol, ARP, is used to get the MAC address of this interface. So one packet will go here and they get the MAC address. After that, they added the MAC address of the source and destination, and they forward that that packet. So that's why one packet we lost. Now he is having the ARP address he already have, so now we will not have any drop, and we are getting 100% is okay, and 5 by 5. So now we are going to configure in this one, in this router we need to configure. What we need to configure? We need to configure telnet. So how we will configure anything? If you want to configure, we need to go in the configuration mode. So now I am in the configuration mode. Then my aim is to create one user, right? If you want to create, we can create, or if you want to use directly, we can use directly also. So I will create a user, admin, password, admin. So now I created one user, and we need to write some enable password. So I will write enable password. Enable password, let me write 1 2 3 4 5. So basic thing we done, we created one user and we created one enable password. Now we will go for our telnet configuration. When we are going to do telnet configuration, first thing we are writing line VTY. If you press question mark, you will see in this switch, in this router, we have 0 to 871, means 0 to 871 user can access, but we don't need that much, so we will take 0 to 4, means 5 user can access. Line VTY, VTY 0 to 4. Then we can write password, whatever password we want to give. I will write Cisco and then press enter, then login. If I write local, then it will ask the username and password. If I did not write local, then it will directly ask me the password. So I am writing local only. I press the local. So it will not ask the username, and it will ask only directly password. So password we can write Cisco. So now what I can do, I finish the configuration of this one. I will exit. If I want to save the configuration, WR to save the configuration. Configuration is saved. Now I want to capture the packet. So what I will do, take your mouse and keep here and right click and click start capturing. It will give this one. He is going to capture from this interface, that is this interface F0 by 0 to F0 by 0 of R1 to R2. I will say okay, start. So this is a Wireshark network analyzer. This one is used for troubleshooting and to check if any issue we have in our network, or if we want to capture any packet, if you want to get any detail, we are using this tool. So when we open this tool, we will have whatever communication is going on between this two router, this interface. If you see here, let me minimize. If you see here, whatever communication is going on between these two routers, they are going to show you here. Okay, so if I want to check the telnet, example, if I want to check telnet, if anything is going on for the telnet, I can write telnet and here like this and search. We don't have any telnet traffic because we did not done any telnet. Okay, so now I want to do telnet. So what I can do, I can go to the router R1 and here I can write telnet, then I can give space and I need to write here IP address for the router R2. What is the IP address? 192.168.1.1. I will write enter. It is saying password required not set. We set the password or not? We did not set. Let me check here. Did we create? We did not enable password or no password. maybe we did not put the password. Let me try again. Telnet one. We are telnetting ourselves only. If you see here, this router R1 is having the IP address 192.168.1.1. We did not configure. That's why it is closing the connection. We need to telnet this router R2. R2 router IP is 192.168.1.2. So instead of this one, we need to write 192.168.1.2. So I press this one. He is asking me password. So what password we wrote? I think we wrote Cisco, right? So I am here inside for the enable. Yeah, you are correct. We did not configure telnet for router R1. So that's why I put the router R2. So now I am in the enable mode. If I write the password as a Cisco, or what is the password? I think 12345. So I am here inside the router R2. So if you see Wireshark, here we are getting the telnet data. If you see here, whatever communication is going on between the router, between these two router interface, it is showing. I put telnet here, so all the telnet communication it is showing. This is the source IP address, means 1.1 is sending this to this router. That is a router R1, that is 192.168.1.1 is sending the packet to 192.168.1.2 through by using the protocol telnet. And if you want to get any information here, we can see what telnet, what is the port number is 23 it is using, and all this one. And now if I want to get the information in what is present in the packet, I can right click like this. I can write follow up and TCP session. If you write what I done, I can see here. I put username, user access. We have user access. I put the password as a Cisco. If you remember, telnet password we type as a Cisco, so we can see here. And when we go in the enable mode, we wrote 123. So all communication what is going between these two router is unsecure. If anyone capture our packet, they can see this one, and they can easily track our communication what is going on between these two routers. So for that purpose, we are saying telnet is not secure. We need to use SSH. But if your organization, if you are not using internet, like in our servers router, we are using telnet, because we are not sending our server router to the internet. We are using inside network, only our telecommunication network for the secure communication. We are not using internet. So for that purpose, we can use telnet, no issue. But if your organization using internet, so it is better to use SSH. So I hope you understand this one. If you have any question, you can write in the comments, so I can check, or I can reply now, or I can explain you. Or if you want me to do one more time, I will do and capture a new packet and show you if you have any confusion on anything. This is okay for you, right? Okay, let me